What's up, my name is Angel, and today this is a tutorial on the gainer flash. Check it out. Okay, so this trick is a little dangerous because you are going over your head. Hopefully after this tutorial you will have a better understanding on how to do the gainer flash. Before learning this move, I suggest you have a cartwheel. I found a progression that uses the cartwheel in order to get the gainer flash, and it really helped me. Make sure you practice on an area that is soft and you won't get hurt badly, like grass, sand, a mat. Now I do the gainer flash to the left. If you're going to do it the opposite way, do everything I say opposite. Now step 1 is the setup. Choose whichever setup to use in order to do the flip. You have the J step, the pivot step, and the Euro step. The J step is a little easier for people because it uses momentum. The pivot step is a little harder because you don't have that momentum needed in order to do the flip. And the Euro step is like that middle area where you use a little bit of momentum to do the flip. Okay, so for the first setup is the J step. It's called a J step because you're creating a J on the ground. Since I flip to the left, I'm going to step first with my right foot. And after that, I'm going to step with my left foot, but I'm also going to turn 90 degrees. And once I land, I'm going to have my arms and my swing leg cocked back, which is my right leg, into what's called the eagle position, where you have your arms and swing leg cocked back in order to flip. Make sure when you're doing the J step, you keep the steps low to the ground as possible. If you jump up on the second step, you're going to lose power because you're putting power into the ground. Also for the J step, make sure you block on the second step. So when you land on the jumping foot, I'm going to have my leg in front of my chest, which will help me generate height in order to do the flip. If you have your chest ahead of your foot, you are going to travel rather than going up. So make sure you have your foot in front of your chest. Now for the pivot step, all you're going to do is you're going to turn on your jumping foot 180 degrees. And after you turn that 180 degrees, you're going to make sure your arms and legs are cocked back in the eagle position. Okay, the final setup is the Euro step. What you're going to do is you're going to take 2 steps with your jumping leg. After the second step, you're going to turn 180 degrees. And again, make sure your arms and legs are cocked back, ready to flip, and make sure your chest is up. When you do the Euro step, just like the J step, you want to make sure it's low to the ground. If you jump too high on the second step, you're losing power. So make sure you keep the steps low to the ground, so that way you won't lose any power and you will be able to flip a lot easier. For all these setups, when you land in the eagle position, you make sure your chest is up. If it's down to the ground, it's going to be way harder to create power to do the flip. Now step 2 is the jump. Now since you're already in the eagle position and your arms and leg are cocked back, they're going to move at the exact same time. Meaning your kicking leg is going to kick up and your arms are going to go up at the exact same time. Now there's a few things you need to do when you kick your leg up. So firstly, make sure your kicking leg is straight. If it's bent, you're not going to get enough power. If it's straight, you're going to kick way harder. Now the second thing, once you kick your leg up, you are going to push your hips forward. Think about your kicking leg is reaching forward. If you have trouble understanding what I'm saying, hopefully what I'm showing you right now makes a lot more sense. And I suggest you practice doing that, so that will help you push your hips out. Because if you push your hips out when you do the flip, it's actually going to give you a lot more height. So the last thing is kicking towards the opposite shoulder. Now since I'm kicking with my right leg, I'm going to kick with a straight leg. I'm going to push my hips out, and I'm also going to kick towards my left shoulder. If you're kicking with your left leg, you're going to kick towards your right shoulder. Now if you kick a little too off to the side, you're basically just going to go around the side. and it will now look pretty. Now when all of that is happening, you're kicking your leg up with a straight leg, you're pushing your hips out, you're kicking towards the opposite shoulder, your arms are raising up. You're also going to lean back and look back and arch your back, and that is what's going to help you flip. And once you kick and lean back, you're then going to jump all the way. Make sure you push off all the way through your toes, and then you'll go to step 3, which is the flip. Now the kick and the lean back is what's gonna help you flip. If you kick and lean back as much as you can, you'll be able to like flip faster. Make sure you kick all the way. The kick is what's gonna drive you. If you don't kick as hard as you can, you're most likely going to have to catch. Now for the jumping leg, you can do 2 things with it. You can have it tuck all the way for a faster rotation. You can have it straight out for a more cooler look, or you can do what I do, which you can have it tucked in the beginning, but once you flip all the way, you can like kick it out. And since you're whipping your head back, you're going to be able to see the ground, in which for step 4 is the landing. With every landing, you make sure you land on the balls of your feet for a nice soft landing. Now make sure your chest is up when you land, so that way you won't break your back. Also, the kicking leg that is landing, make sure it doesn't slip out underneath you. If your landing leg slips out, you are going to land on your back and it's not going to be okay. Like this.
Oh! Angel! Shit! My man's right foot set! Oh, that fucking scared the shit out of me.
Okay, let's go over a progression that will help you get the gainer flash a lot faster and safer. So just like I said in the beginning, a cartwheel is going to help you with this. Here's how it's gonna work. You're going to do everything that I told you. You're going to do whatever setup you're going to do. Once you land in the eagle position where both of your arms and your swing leg is cocked back, you're going to swing, do the flip. Make sure you push your hips out as you're doing it. Swing your arms up hard, kick your leg up hard, and you're going to flip. But you're going to reach for the ground and almost just do a cartwheel. Do that a few times until it gets comfortable for you. The second part of this progression is that you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to do a one-handed cartwheel. Doesn't matter which hand it is, you're just going to do a one-handed cartwheel. The last part of this is that you're not going to use your hands. Now once you feel that your hands and feet are landing at the exact same time, the last part of this progression is to fully do the gainer flash by not having your hands touch the floor. And once you do that, you'll officially have the gainer flash. Okay, that concludes the tutorial on the gainer flash. If you have any other questions, leave a comment down below and I'll reply. You can also send me your attempts on my Instagram. I'll have it over here, and the link will also be down in the description. With that, train hard and stay safe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!